Docsvision is a low-code platform featuring all the necessary services for documents, tasks and processes. The key services of the Docsvision platform include service document management, service records management, service back-office process, and service task management. Low-code tools allow you to quickly adapt the Docsvision platform to your business requirements and needs. And now let's see how Docsvision works. Our first stop is the user interface. You can access Docsvision using any web browser without any software installations. It's fast and easy. The start screen displays the most important information: your incoming and outgoing tasks along with your working documents. Let's open the folder for incoming tasks. Here you can see the basic information about your task, such as its deadline and status. All overdue tasks are automatically highlighted in red. You won't miss them. In the left part of the screen, you can see the menu with all folders to which you have access. Here you can also find the folder Substitution, with tasks assigned to the employee temporarily substituted by you. And you are always free to update this menu with any other folders you may need. Let's do it. For example, let's add a folder with contracts. And here we are. Now you can see this folder on the list and open it. All contracts to which you have access in the folder will be displayed. To navigate this list conveniently, you can set up highlighting rules for rows in Docsvision. For example, currently all signed contracts are highlighted in green. You can also filter data in the list. For example, let's select only contracts with the company having oil in its name, and done. And you can always export this list to Microsoft Excel. To create a report or build a diagram based on the data from Docsvision. If you want to search for a given document in Docsvision, consider using the special search folders. Some folders can show the search results immediately. For example, Docsvision will find all documents you've created in the system. Other folders may require filling out search criteria to find and desired documents in Docsvision. And if you remember only a word or a phrase from the document, consider using the full text search. Simply type the words you remember from the document and search across Docsvision as in Google. Now that you got familiar with the user interface, let's proceed to create a new document in Docsvision. To do so, click Create first. Here you can select a document type from the list. For example, let's pick up Contract. The contract profile to the left shows the text of the contract, while the contract details to be filled out are displayed to the right. Now we need to indicate the contract type and subject. For example, let's choose Rental of a new office. Then you can either choose a contractor from the database or add a new contractor if they are missing on the list. If you already know the contractor's contact person, then simply select him/her from the database using the quick search. And here we are. Now, let's create our first contract in Docsvision. The list of files now displays a new version of the file. This file contains our contract filled out with the data we've indicated in the new contract profile. Now we can launch the approval workflow for our contract. Note that Docsvision automatically identifies the approval workflow route but you can easily check the proposed route before the approval begins. And if you have sufficient rights, consider adjusting the list of approvers when required. For example, you can assign an additional approver, role, or even division. You can also define the order in which the contract will be sent to approvers and the approval deadlines for each of them. However, know that you won't be able to make any changes in the next step since all the data will become read-only. So let's send our contract for approval along the indicated route. And done. The status of the contract has changed and all approval tasks have been assigned to the indicated employees. Our next step is the document approval procedure in Docsvision. You can approve documents even on your smartphone or tablet, such as iPad. Start a web browser and access the web client of Docsvision. You will see the Docsvision user interface automatically adapted to the size of your mobile device. Open the folder for incoming tasks. You've got a new task. Let's view it. This task provides the information about the contract to be approved by you. Here you can also view the contract file itself. Now everything is ready for making a decision on this contract. Let's approve the contract and comment on it. And here we are. We've just approved the contract using iPad. The procedure for smartphones or laptops is similar. And finally, let's see how to handle tasks in Docsvision. Suppose that you want to create a task for your employees. Start by opening Docsvision and clicking Create. You may assign a task either to a specific employee or to a group of employees. Let's assign a task to a group of employees. Make sure to indicate the task subject, for example, home workplace. Then, add a brief description of what to do in this task. For example, organize a home workplace. And finally, indicate the deadline. You may either pick up an exact date from the calendar or simply add a week to the current date. Docsvision will automatically calculate the number of working days in the indicated period. It's really convenient. Then, decide on how to send the task to your employees, one by one or in parallel. The task executor can be selected by his/her surname. Alternatively, you can specify his/her role, for example, lawyer, or even pick up a division. You can also specify various deadlines and additional descriptions for different task executors. Now everything is ready for sending out our task. Excellent! The task is already in progress. Now we can see how to handle tasks in Docsvision. Let's use iPad again. Start a web browser and access the web client of Docsvision. The folder for incoming tasks is again updated with a new task. In this task, you can view the detailed information or attach a report. Suppose that we've organized a home workplace and want to attach its photo as evidence. And done. The photo of our home workplace is now attached to the task as a report. And let's also comment on it. To finish the task, simply click Complete. And here we are. We've completed the task using iPad. Docsvision allows you to keep track of the progress for the assigned tasks. Let's see how it looks like. Launch the system and access the task you've previously sent out to your employees. The table shows task statuses for each executor, as well as the scheduled and actual dates of completion. You can also check them against the task diagram for better visibility. This diagram shows graphically all task executors, employees who have already completed their tasks, are highlighted in green. Right here, you can view reports and other files attached by employees to the tasks. That's all for now. We've shown you the key working scenarios for the low-code platform Docsvision. For more details on Docsvision, please visit our official website at docsvision.com/English.